Great news from Trading 212, who now gave us the option of investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency through their app, which previously wasn't really possible. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do that and also share with you my honest opinion, whether I recommend it or not, because it's not actually what you think you might be buying, because there are some important things that you should be aware about when you buy Bitcoin through Trading 212. Right, so let's dive right in and I'll show you how it's done. So first of all, you want to update your app to the latest version. And actually, they've done a little bit of a redesign, which I really quite dig, I must say. It looks really much cleaner, much nicer. Plus, little touches here and there, like AI analysis tool that they added and so forth. So overall, I like how Trading 212 keeps on innovating. An already great app, arguably one of the nicest apps out there to invest. Definitely much better than some other legacy brokers. So I really recommend Trading 212 for a lot of things, especially for beginner investors. But I also have many different brokers, but I still keep on coming back to Trading 212 because I really love how easy it is to use the app and interface. Right, but in this video, of course, I want to talk about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. And you see over here, a couple of cards that offer you different services. And the first one you can see here, front and center, Unlock Crypto ETNs. So you may not have heard that term before. I was also not really aware about that, but I'll come to this in a second. But basically, you can buy crypto through that option. So you want to click on that over here, and it kind of walks you through a little bit what it is and what you have to do to get it enabled for you. So essentially, it's a short questionnaire to test your knowledge and experience with cryptocurrencies and ETNs in particular. So let's click on continue. It kind of walks you through warns of the risk, etc. That obviously crypto ETNs are a bit more risky. You need to confirm you are a restricted investor. This means you limit your investments in high-risk products to 10% of your net assets, which is quite interesting. And you even have to declare that you invest in the next 12 months less than 10% of your net assets in high-risk investments. Now, they haven't exactly said whether it applies to your old portfolio, right? So it's a personal declaration or inside your Trading 212 account. I don't think so. I mean, if you only want to invest in Bitcoin ETNs over here, you could possibly do that. But I guess it's more a general, warning. Don't invest more than 10% of your overall portfolio, right? Maybe you have another big part of your portfolio, another broker. I think it's just from a regulatory perspective that they have to say that, but ultimately you make your own financial decision. So let's say, yes, we agree, continue. And then once again, we go through a little questionnaire. They are required by regulation to ensure that the client understands what they are. Click on continue. So let's quickly go through over here. Over the past 12 months, how often have you bought and sold crypto assets? Let's just say 1 to 10 times. Obviously, it depends on your own position. How many crypto have you traded in the past 12 months? Let's again go with the middle ground. I mean, this is just for demonstration purposes. Obviously, you want to answer, truthfully, but I'm not sure how that has an impact overall. It's just kind of KYC, I suppose, that you kind of know what you're doing. Which of the following best describes the types of cryptocurrencies you have experienced trading? In my case, I'm going to go with the third option. I've traded a range of top 10 crypto assets, so which is actually true. I mean, I played once or twice around with some, meme coins, but I gave up on that. And here the correct answer is actually it tracks the crypto price without you owning the crypto itself, which is a very important point about ETNs. And I come to this a little bit later because that makes them very much different from ETFs, right? You could also invest into Bitcoin ETF or any other crypto ETFs that are out there. Or of course, ideally, buy the actual cryptocurrency and own it yourself. Here, essentially, you're giving your money to another provider, many of them out there, that on your behalf then use that money to buy Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency that you choose and keep it in their books. And then you basically have that promise from the company that they follow the market price of the underlying asset, which sounds good in theory. The problem is, if the company goes bust, you essentially just hold a claim against the company, and well, technically, you may never get your money back. Now, it's very unlikely to happen, right? Usually, these are big, trusted companies that invest in it, but technically, since you don't own the underlying asset, your money is definitely at a higher risk, where it differentiates from ETFs or buying, of course, the real deal, which is the underlying asset. And also keep in mind, you can't transfer an ETN to another exchange or into your hardware wallet, right? It basically sits there almost like a stock. When you think about it, it trades, you see the price going up and down. But if one day you have a big balance and you want to move it to another exchange, or ideally, as I always say, your hardware wallet, well, unfortunately, you can't do that with an ETN. And that's why it also asks you in the next question, what happens if the company providing the ETN fails? Well, you can see all the various options, but the correct one, unfortunately, is the last one. Your investments could become worthless because, you just have a claim against the company. You don't actually have a claim against the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as such. So that's really something to keep in mind, which makes me less, excited about the feature. While it's easy and convenient, if you really have long-term conviction in particular assets such as Bitcoin, again, I'm not sure it may be the best option for you to dabble around with and play around and have a go at it. Great, but I think as soon as you enter larger portfolio territories, yeah, I personally wouldn't be too convinced going that route. Let's go ahead, click on next. And a little tip, if ever you're stuck in one of those questionnaires, right? Because a lot of apps sometimes ask those questions and you may actually know the answer, but sometimes they're a little bit similar and you're not 100% sure. Little tip, just take a screenshot, send it in app to ChatGPT, ask the answer, and it will tell you the answer. And you can just kind of learn from it as well, right? Here, the correct answer is actually the instability of the provider. As I said, if they go bust, well, your money might be gone completely. It's not guaranteed to be lost, but there's a high chance and high risk of that happening. Click on next. What does it mean if the crypto ETN is physically backed, which obviously is important, right? You don't want a synthetic version of it. So you want at least a provider buying physical backed assets of that. So here the correct answer is that the provider holds the real crypto to back the investment. So that's, obviously important, right? You don't want to have a company that doesn't actually end up buying it, right? So you want to make sure they actually buy the real underlying asset. What is the Bitcoin ETN's value based on? Correct answer is the market price of Bitcoin, because obviously they track the underlying asset, right? Almost like an index or S&P 500 that tracks an index. So here, in this case, if it's a Bitcoin ETN, you track the price of Bitcoin. If it's an Ethereum ETN, you track the price of Ethereum, etc., etc. Click on next, and boom, I successfully passed the knowledge and experience check. Your set will notify you as soon as crypto ETNs become available for trading. So it seems, unfortunately, right now, I don't have access to it. So once they give me access to it, I'm not sure how long it will take. It seems it will be another drop down over here. If you click on 212 Invest, you obviously have the option of flipping between Trading 212 Invest, Trading 212 CFD trading. If you're in the UK, you will also have your ISA option over here. I think in the future, you will have then also the ETN option over here. And then you can pop in there and buy your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatever other cryptocurrency they will be offering over there. I don't think it's going to be too many because not so many ETN operators out there with all those crazy coins, but I think probably the top 10 coins or so should be listed over here. So yeah, unfortunately right now I can't show you how it's actually done, but then again, and as much as I love Trading 212, I love it, been using them, I can only recommend them. At the same time, buying cryptocurrency through them right now as an ETN, I don't think is the best option, because as they clearly outlined, your money is very much at risk. And that's why I would strongly recommend you two other options instead. The first and easiest option would be to buy a Bitcoin ETF, right? Same how we buy an S&P 500 ETF or an all-world ETF. Here you can buy an ETF that tracks the price of Bitcoin. Or there will also be other ETFs more and more in the future that track Ethereum and other cryptocurrency. But let's talk about Bitcoin in this case. And here you see the largest Bitcoin ETFs in the world. And of course, the biggest one right now is iShares one from BlackRock, which has almost 100 billion market cap. So a really, really massive one. And then you see a couple of other ones out there as well. Now, unfortunately, a lot of them are based in the US. So for Europeans or non-US citizens, it's often quite tricky to buy them. However, you could go to a website like justetf.com, the same how I always recommend for other ETFs in general. And you can look for the best Bitcoin ETFs. Somehow they don't list too many, but one of them you see over here is the Bitwise physical Bitcoin ETF. And if you go into it, you see the ticker symbol over here, BTCE. Unfortunately, the problem is though, many of them are not yet listed outside the US. So if you're on Trading 212, you're probably not going to be able to find it. However, if I jump over to eToro, for example, I actually do find IBIT ETF. So I could buy it over there, and I'm sure some other brokers do support it as well. So if you're looking for a Bitcoin ETF or any other cryptocurrency ETF, maybe have a look into other brokers. I'm not sure if Trading 212 does it to push the ETNs or it's just some regulatory issue. Not sure why they don't offer it at this stage, but just keep in mind that you do have the option of buying ETFs, whether it's going to be in the future on Trading 212 or another app. But either way, I think looking into Bitcoin ETFs might probably be a smarter move. And of course, the third, and I think most preferred option is buying the actual underlying asset. That way, you really take self-custody of your cryptocurrency. You can use many different tools for that. Apps like Robinhood, Neverless, Strike, also Nexo Pro, many different options out there to really buy cryptocurrency at very tight spreads and very low fees. And that way you own it. Either you can leave it on the exchange, which I don't usually recommend, or of course, ideally, you want to move it to a hardware wallet. I'm personally using right now the Ledger Stacks, which is really super nice and easy to use with a touchscreen and very convenient. And I have full custody of it. I control my Bitcoin and it syncs with my phone so I can see it on the go, how my crypto is doing. So really, really easy. I'll leave a link down in the description below to the products. You can check it out for yourself. But yeah, I think that's really in the long term, the most preferred option. I understand that buying it through an app like Trading 212 and others is the most convenient way, but convenience, unfortunately, isn't often the best way for your wealth preservation and growth long term. Also keep in mind that while they say they don't charge you any commissions or fees, as they don't do with stocks and ETFs as well, right? Which is great. And we love Trading 212 for that. From what I heard, the spreads will be significantly higher. So that's the difference between what you pay and what the actual market value is of that asset, right? So let's say, Bitcoin is at $100,000, you might end up paying $101,000, right? So it's not a fee, right? You just pay the price that they show you, but technically that's already a 1% fee that you kind of pay without really having shown that to you. So that's a spread, which is important as well. And once again, on those crypto exchanges, the ones I mentioned, that's much tighter and a much cheaper way to buy your cryptocurrency. Either way, amazing move by Trading212. I really love how they keep on pushing and innovating, and ETNs, while they may not be my preferred way of investing cryptocurrency, they certainly do open up access to more people to enter the crypto space and start dabbling around with it to get a feel, which is great. And then later on, once you get a feel for it, you might really deploy your money in other ways that I mentioned to you. And if you do want to check out Trading2 for yourself and open an account, use my link down in the description below, or code Kai if you already opened an account less than 10 days ago, and you'll get a free fractional share worth up to $100 or pounds, which is definitely worthwhile checking out. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions about any of the things I mentioned in this video today, pop it in the comments down below. Happy to hear from you. Next up, check out this video over here. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Stay healthy, get wealthy. To see you in the next one. Ciao.